There was a recent report that I saw from Gartner, which very well laid out. They're very good for their 2 by 2 matrix. So they had like known data, unknown data on one of the axes, and known questions and unknown questions on the other axis. And they said, if you know your data, know your questions, it is analytics, which is data warehouse. If you don't know your data, you don't know your questions, that's basically data science. So you basically let your data scientists go crazy on the data to find out what questions to even ask. Is that your experience too, Matt?
Yeah, I think I love that perspective because I think the worlds, of data science and more traditional BI data warehouse analytics tend to cross over a lot. And I think we've seen some real benefits of having those groups of folks working within the same team, because I think they can really build off of each other and question each other on different ways that they can work together to say, hey, I think I have this data science problem, but it may just be a data quality thing that I need, a lot of expertise from someone who is more traditionally trained in assessing data quality and building dashboards that help me tell the story of the quality of my data. They can work really well with someone who can model the data and kind of get something that's more predictive or prescriptive. So I think there is very rarely a situation where we have a fine line that says, well, this is a data science problem and this is more of a traditional problem. We see that they tend to kind of intermix and then meet each other to build the effective tools that help drive the organization.
That makes sense. So do the people from an organization and the roles perspective distinct from data science and analytics, or there are some who are kind of blended in the sense they do analytics and data science as well?
Most of our folks have specialized skill sets. We certainly encourage folks to grow their skill sets deep, but we also encourage them to kind of grow wide skill sets as well. So we like to say T-shaped skill sets, so very deep in one area of expertise, but the ability to reach out and cover other areas of expertise as well, which really kind of lends itself work a more agile mindset and kind of how we go to work, because we're not necessarily saying, hey, there are specific things that each team needs to do and then specific handoffs that need to happen. We're all working toward the same goal, and let's make sure that we're jumping in on any problem that we can.
Okay, that's great. And just one last question. So in terms of people who are listening in, some other CDOs and others to this particular recording. So what would you actually say in terms of recommendations? What are the guidance that you would give in terms of things that you have learned at James Smucker, and what is it that they should probably focus on?
Yeah, I think, from a data and analytics perspective, I really firmly believe that the leaders of our world are going to be adept at using data and analytics to solve problems moving forward. So I would encourage people to continue to grow their people and their leadership skills, not just their technical and their business skills, but also everyone in this space has a real capacity to lead. So I'm passionate about developing that within our team members. And I would love for everybody to kind of invest in everybody in their teams to say, hey, you have the potential to lead in the world, not just at this company, not just in your community, but in the world. How can we invest in you to make sure that you're better situated to make a difference in the world?
Okay, well, that's a very nice recommendation. And so that brings us to the end of this particular session. Thank you very much, Matt. It was a great talking to you today.
Absolutely, great to talk with you.
All right, so please visit the cdomagazine.tech for additional interviews.